Do you still consider yourself a Democrat?
I am not a Democrat in the form of what the Democratic Party has turned itself into, the national brand. Absolutely not. And they know that. They're all good people on both sides.
But what do you think is the reason for, you said you're not a Democrat. What caused Joe Manchin to divorce himself from the
Here's
Democratic
what I
Party?
told them. I said, you ought to figure out how you lost somebody like me. I was born as a Democrat because of my grandfather's love of FDR. I was a very strong Democrat because of my family's love of John Fitzgerald Kennedy. I came through the whole iteration. And then I was a Democrat in West Virginia, and it's always been a 75-80% plurality of Democrats, registered Democrats. But there was a split. I was never in the liberal side of it. I was never in the establishment side. So I always had to fight my way through.
Is it a shift on social issues?
Yeah. The brand got so bad.
Mm-hmm.
The D brand has been so maligned from the standpoint of it's toxic. And the D brand is basically this. You know, I've told him, I said, first of all, as an American and as someone in Senate, and I'm going to take the Constitution, oath of the Constitution that I take very, 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 very seriously. I'm going to help every human being pursue the happiness life in their life. Pursuit of happiness. I don't care who they are. I don't care what color. I don't care any of the things. Who they love and what. Do it, and that's you. I'm going to make sure you have that opportunity and right to live your life. Just don't make your life, if it might be on the extremes or in the minority, of a few, make me believe that's the norm. Or make me and my family believe, or my children believe, or this or that. No. I will protect you. Just don't try to mainstream it. And the Democratic Party, the Washington Democrats, have tried to mainstream the extreme.
How would you describe what the Democratic brand is right now? In a couple of words, what is the Democratic brand?
You know, it's basically infringement on me making decisions. And let me tell you why. The Democrat I grew up being, they wanted to make sure that people had an opportunity for a good job, a good pay. They would make sure you got a decent pay where you have some benefits and you can enjoy your family, and make sure you had a safe working condition. They always wanted those things. Okay, that's all. They never infringed over and you can't live your life that way, or you can't say this, you can't do this. I mean, there was a fairness in it.
You think it's changed?
It has changed tremendously. They have basically expanded upon thinking, well, we wanted to protect you there, but we're going to tell you how you should live your life from that far on. It's the mindset of the left, the progressive left, which was always a minority. In West Virginia, the Democratic Party is perceived for more attention and more resources to people that are capable and able-bodied that won't work or don't work than those that do.
Okay, this is from the incoming chair of the House Progressive Caucus. He says, if the Democratic Party was a little more like Chairwoman Jayapal and a little less than Joe Manchin, I think we would have won this election.
They'd have lost. They got to be nuts. For someone to say that, they've got to be completely insane.
Why?
The people in America voted. They had that opportunity, to vote with Kamala Harris and with Donald Trump. Donald Trump, hasn't been said. You know exactly what you're getting. He hasn't made any bones about it. But you might say that's too far right, okay? If that's the case, then why did they go too far right when Kamala was trying to come back to the middle a little bit, okay? And they're saying if Kamala would have been who she always has been, pretty far to the left, it'd have been better for her. That's crazy.
So why do you think that Harris lost?
Well, first of all, Kamala had a hard time just getting any type of support or favorability when she was 4 years as a vice president. I think her numbers were always low for whatever reason. So it wasn't connecting there. Now all of a sudden they said, and I heard this too, she only had 100 days. I think that was to her benefit, because basically she was having a hard time trying to come back to the middle and then speak about it with any conviction.
So you think that she was too far left and she tried to shift to the middle and people didn't believe
If
it?
you try to be somebody you're not, it's hard.